welcome truthers and truth-curious mainstreamers. This is Poe's Law with me, Charlatan Poe. I've been reading through the comments, and I get a lot of people that they're saying that I'm making all this up, or that this is all bullshit, don't know what I'm talking about. Normally I try not to pay attention, but I'm trying also to listen for feedback. I'm still figuring out all of this. And so I think I go back to what I said before, that truth is stranger than fiction. Because the mind of God or the universe or whatever is just greater than the human mind. Anything out in reality is of course going to be more complex and weirder than something that we could invent. Which is more likely, that I'm making all of this up, or that I was just at the thrift store minding my own business and ended up with this time drop and are now responsible for sharing this truth when I don't even like talking to people in the first place. Most people don't know me because I try to not leave the house. So I guess it's understandable that you would think that I would be doing this because I liked it. And the other thing to think about is, how would we even know if somebody was going back or forward and altering time? Because it would just seem like the new normal. And that's what we've got. And maybe it feels weird because the glitch in the Matrix just happened and it was so widespread that we all could feel it, and this awareness is going to fade. That's possible. I've been giving a lot of thought, though, because just for me to keep going, I have to find ways to put a positive spin on things. And I think that the more of us psychic pilgrims are walking the path, are out there searching for truth, the more we're going to connect these dots, and the brighter the paths will become. It's just like the trails that pilgrims have been walking for hundreds and thousands of years are worn to the point that they're clearly visible from a distance, and they're signed and posted and preserved now just by generations of the feet of truth seekers walking that path. And I think that it works in whatever world this is too, because it doesn't feel like the same world that those pilgrims were walking hundreds and thousands of years ago. But I've got to trust, as above, so below. And the macrocosm and the microcosm are the same on some level. I think you can see it with the way online language and biological language has bled over into each other. We talk about viruses and neural networks and artificial intelligence. And then we talk about ourselves having hardware and software, and I have this colloquial theory of mind that borrows heavily from our kind of metaphorical understanding of electronics. That's not new. I think there's any number of people. it's funny the things that I used to be into or have read along the way that I'm now finding valuable, and it's a reminder that everything happens for a reason. Because even at the time when these things just seemed kind of, well, now I'm doing this, and then I walk away and it's just kicking around in my head and never really has a reason to come out, but all of a sudden it does. So I think going back to like Marshall McLuhan and Brian Geisen and I don't know who else. There's this book. It's back. It's an old French novel, like, and the translation's like Man and the Machine. I think these probably more. I think it's natural that we interpret ourselves through what we see and what we have. So sometimes you feel like everything's been so digested already that to even get the simplest thought across, you're struggling trying to go like, well, I know who said that and somebody said that and nothing is new and nothing is what it seems and they probably were terrible people, and so I'm stepping into a minefield by knowing anything. I might as well just shut up and turn on the television. The point is, I think what I'm saying will make more sense the more people wake up. And the more pilgrims, more psychic pilgrims are walking these psychic nodes of truth that have to exist in time for us to exist at all. And so when I found that tape player that I'm hanging on to for dear life right now that was able to finally play the tape from anonymous source G. Gordon Liddy, I wish there was something shorter to call him. Okay. I found this I don't know if you can see. Relax. Everything's under control. It's fucking perfect, right? That's the most simultaneously reassuring and terrifying thing that you can hear. And you understand both, the guy with his head in a fish and the guy worried about the guy with the fish. So I'm going to keep at this. I hope that maybe convinced a couple of you that I'm doing this for real. And I'll keep recording these and hope they keep getting out and that I don't get banned or taken down or erased, which has a more ominous turn in it if I think too hard about it. So keep up the fight, guys.